Oh, where do all these things come from? Okay, I have negative 2x plus 15y equals negative 32. And 7x minus 5y equals 17. Oh, let me zoom in just a tad. Okay, so yesterday we looked for a matching number. Do y'all remember that? Because that's the one we wanted to eliminate. So look at your x's. Do they match? I have negative 2 and 7. No. Look at your y's. I have 15 and negative 5. Do they match? No. But this is what you're going to do. Think about it. Is there a number that I could multiply by so they would match? Compare 2 and 7 and compare 5 and 15. Very good. That's exactly what you're going to do. So you're going to multiply that entire bottom equation by 3. Then would the 15s match? Mm-hmm. They would.
Well, what's a negative?
Oh, that's okay. We went over that yesterday. If it's negative, if they're opposite signs, you add the equations. If they were the same sign, you would subtract the whole equations. So all you're looking at is you want to match the number. Negatives and positives don't matter on that. So, well, let me write down my top equation. I'm going to leave it alone. So does everybody see my top equation? Negative 2x, 15y, negative 32. Everybody good with that? Just rewrite that one. Now, the bottom equation, he said, hey, I can turn that 5 into a 15 if I multiply by 3.
So it's 21x.
Yep, very good. So you have to multiply everything by 3. So he says, okay, 21x minus 15y equals 17. I'm gonna make sure 51. Is everybody okay with that? All right. Now it's just like yesterday. Okay. So today you have one extra step. Just multiply and get them to match. So now we're about to go over that. Now, what matches the 15s? Correct, Riley? So one is a positive 15 and one is a negative 15. That's fine. What would make them go to 0 if I add or subtract them? Add them. When they're different signs, you're going to add them. Okay, so let me put a big old plus sign and let's make it look like a problem. I don't know, this reminds me of like math from, a long time ago when you just line everything up and add. So what is negative 2x plus 21x? That is 19x. What is 15y plus negative 15y? That was the whole point. Eliminate the y's or eliminate something. And then equals, what is negative 32 plus 51? 19. Okay. So, well, no. It says 19x equals 19. How do you solve for x? Divide by 19. So x is 1.
Oh, that's easy.
Now you're halfway there. I think this is the hard part where everybody had trouble yesterday. Now, you have x, what do you still need? Y. How many equations do you have? You can plug it in this one. You can plug it in this one. You can also plug it in your new one. It's all the same. It doesn't matter. So you just pick one. I'm just going to pick the top equation. Everybody good with that? I'm going to pick this equation up here and plug it in. Instead of x, I'll write 1. This is where some of y'all got confused yesterday. So I'm going to say, okay, that's negative 2 times x. What is negative 2 times 1? Yep, so that's what I'm going to write. And then what comes next? Plus 15y equals negative 32. Now, this goes back to like chapter 1 or 2. Okay, how do you solve for y? We got to move our 2. How do we move that? Add 2.
So it's 30.
Yep, very good. So it's negative 30. 15y equals negative 30. Then what? No. How do you solve for it? Divide by 15. And so what does y equal? Negative 2. Okay, see how it's just like yesterday? One new step. We'll add one thing at a time. Okay.
Where did you plug the 1 in?
Right here. It says negative 2 times x. So instead of writing negative 2 times x, I wrote negative 2 times 1. What is negative 2 times 1? Negative 2. So I went ahead and I just worked it out. I could have done this step right here. I just didn't write it down. Okay, Jackson?
Yes, ma'am.
So that's where it went. I was being lazy. Okay, another one. Are y'all hot in here yet? Are y'all warming up?
It feels good.
It feels good. Okay. If I have negative, let me do negative 5x minus 2y equals 6, and 3x plus 6y also equals 6. Okay, so what matches, the x or the y's or neither?
Yeah.
Neither. So let's decide. Let's look. 3 and 5, I can't think of anything to multiply by 3 to get 5. What about 2 and 6? Can I get 2 to 6? How? Multiply by 3. Multiplying's easier. So I'm going to take a different color. Let's do this green. So I'm going to multiply the whole top equation by 3. Okay? So I would get negative 15x minus 6y. Don't forget the last number. A lot of people forget the last one. Equals 18. And then I'll bring this one over. It's just fine like it is. Everybody good with that? So we're looking at the y's. What are the numbers in front of the y's? A negative 6 and a positive 6. So do I add or subtract? We're going to add. Again, we're going to add the equations. What is negative 15x plus 3x? All right, so negative 12x. And let's just double check that this goes away. Negative 6 plus negative 6 plus 6 is 0. And then what is 18 plus 6? 24. Okay, then what do you do? Divide by negative 12.
It is
And x is
2,
negative 2. Half of your answer. Okay, now what equation do you want to plug it in? Top, bottom, or the one on the right, or what? I think this one looks easy to me. I'm going to pick the bottom equation. Okay, so, and I'll write the steps this time. Instead of 3 times x, what do I write? 3 times negative 2. Plus 6y equals 6. What is 3 times negative 2? There you go. Negative 6 plus 6y equals 6. How do you solve? Add 6 to both sides. So 6y equals 12. Then what? Divide by 6. And y is 2. Very good. Okay, let's do another one. Let's do this one. How are we feeling about this? Kind of like yesterday, right? If I've only got like a couple more I'm going to do, and then I'll give you your paper. And then we'll vote, and y'all can work on your paper. 2x plus 6y equals 18. And then I've got x plus 3y equals 9. Okay, so do my x's match? No. Do my y's match? No. What would you do to get let's say the x's to match? Can I multiply x by anything? What can I multiply this one by to be that one? A 2. So I'm going to multiply this entire equation down here by 2. So let's rewrite them both. I'm going to leave the top one as it is. Now, what's 2 times x? 2x. What is 2 times 3y? And what is 2 times 9?
18.
Okay, so on this one, what do y'all notice about those equations? They're the exact same. The whole equation. Does anybody know what this answer is going to be? It's going to be infinitely many. But let's say we don't know that yet. Let's subtract them because they have the same sign. So I'm going to subtract them. What is 2x minus 2x?
0.
Cancels out. What is 6y minus 6y? So that whole side goes to 0. What is 18 minus 18?
0.
Okay, do they equal? Yes, so it's infinitely many solutions. Because remember, this whole chapter, you can have one solution, no solution, or infinitely many solutions. Let's do another one. Negative 2x plus 5y equals 7. Negative 2x plus 5y equals 12. Do any of the numbers match? Yeah. What do you notice? A lot matches, but not everything. But a lot of stuff matches. So, do you want to get rid of the x's or the y's? Pick one, because they're both the same. The x's are 2's and the y's are 5's. Okay, if you get rid of the y's, are you going to add them or subtract them to get rid of them? 5 minus 5.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to subtract. Same sign, subtract. What is negative 2 minus negative 2? That actually goes away to 0. What is 5y minus 5y? 0. That whole side goes to 0. What is 7 minus 12? Negative 5. What is that answer? No solution. Okay. Because it's been in my car for 2 weeks. And then Caden, are those your shoes? No.
I have Bryson's.
Bryson's
Riders.
shoes.
Or whatever.
I don't know. Those have also been in my car for 2 weeks. Okay. All right. So there's that one. One last one. This one's a little different. This one's a little bit more challenging, and then
That's Cannon's hat.
Yeah, I thought somebody told me that was Keenan's
Yeah, I
hat.
forgot to bring it to him.
I think Easton told me.
I had it and then I forgot the car.
Okay, on this one, are the x's the same?
No.
Nope. Are the y's the same?
No.
No. Can you multiply the x by anything or the y by anything to get the other number? No. What do you think you'd have to do on this one? Make them both bigger numbers. Does everybody understand that? We can't just change one. This is like the most challenging problem today. Okay? So, do you want to change your x's or change your y's? Okay, let's change the y's. He says y's. So, if you're looking at the numbers 2 and 3, what do they have in common? Like, what could I multiply? 6. Very good. I want to multiply them to get to 6. Can everybody understand that? I can multiply 2 by something to get 6. I can multiply 3 by something to get 6. Okay? Y'all, you could have picked the 3 and the 4 and gotten those to be 12. Okay? You could have picked either one. All right. So, what am I going to multiply the top equation by to get 2 to 6? 3. Okay. What am I going to multiply the bottom equation by? Yep, 2. And now they should match. So let's multiply them both. All right, so what is, let's see, 3 times 3x, 3 times 2y, 3 times 1. All right, now let's do this one. 2 times 4x, 2 times 3y, they match, that's good, and 2 times negative 2. All right, any questions before I move on? I just distributed. Now we can add or subtract these equations. What are we going to do? Subtract. The 6's are the same, so we're going to subtract. So what is 9x minus 8x?
1x.
That's 1x. Those go away. And what is 3, careful here, minus negative 4? It's actually 7. X is 7. Done with that part. Now, you have 4 equations that you can plug that back into. This old one, this old one, this new one, or this new one. It doesn't matter. Let's just go with the top one. Okay? I usually just pick that one a lot. So, I'm going to do 3 times x. 3 times 7. I'll just write that step down. Plus 2y equals 1. What is 3 times 7? 21 plus 2y equals 1. Then what do I do to solve?
Subtract.
Yep, subtract our 21. So 2y equals negative 20. Then what? Divide by 2. And y is negative 10. So I need to do something for the lunchroom real quick. And let me pause this and I'll give y'all's paper. Hold on. There it is.